What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Hill Homestead. So this morning we ran out, Des and I did, we ran out to PA to pick up a ton of our cow feed. We like to do that first thing in the morning, kind of get it out of the way to get our day started. And now we are going to head back and get some breakfast, well, brunch at this point. We stopped in and talked to the owner of the feed mill for a little bit. So that kind of held us up, but that's all right. But we are going to head back, get some brunch, and maybe run a few errands before heading back to the house and see what we get into there. So with the colder nights coming up on us, feel like it's a good time that we can come down here and get in the wood barn and take some wood up and stock up our wood rack up there by the house. The nights being so cold here recently, we'll bring up a couple armloads of wood, but with it consistently getting colder, we feel like it's just about time that we can bring everything up there to the house and keep that thing pretty stocked. So we're gonna load up the truck bed now and haul a bunch up, and then we've got a wood pile right here that we're gonna have to stack to be seasoned over the winter. All right, so now that we've got the truck loaded, I think that'll be enough to fill up the wood rack. Not 100% sure, but if not, we'll just come back down to get more, because I'm gonna have to run up and get pallets to stack what's left of this wood that I've already split, so we can put it over here on this pile. So we'll get started on that, and once we run out of room, I will run up, in which that time we will unload the truck, load up more pallets, and bring those down. I think we have 2 or 3 up there that can be used for the wood pile, for the seasoning pile. As you can see, it didn't stack it up completely full, but it's pretty close. So now I'm gonna go get some pallets. We're gonna go back down, we're gonna stack that wood that's already split for seasoning, and then I might bring up a couple more handfuls just to kind of top it off. I don't really want it to go over the window, so I could just stack it up a little bit higher on both sides of the window, and then we'll be ready for at least the first couple weeks of cold weather.
This is why I never get the GoPro, because all you'd see are aminals.
All right, so now that we've gotten the wood stacked, we kind of did it a little bit backwards. We went ahead and went up and unloaded everything and then threw pallets on because we knew that the pallet we had left wouldn't be enough. But now we're actually going to go do what we said we were going to do in the last video. Sorry about the wind. The weather has not been favorable the last couple of days as far as doing things outside. But we're going to go get a 12-foot gate and try to separate the two show steer and the show heifer that we've got up in the barn. Try to get them separated so we know they're getting the proper portions of food to put on the amount of weight that we need them to. So we're going to drive down, get a gate, throw it in the back of the truck, and then we'll go up and see what we can do in the barn. I might have tightened it too much. So we think we probably have it figured out tonight, or this week really is going to be a trial run. So we just connected this 14-foot gate with this water trough and then used old electric line to kind of tighten it up against this metal pole. And the remainder of it is separated by a water trough that they can share. So Des and I were just having a little barn talk. And part of the conversation was about these chickens and how they are free range. Now their coop, they have a very nice coop right over here that I built a couple years ago. Well, we find eggs. We thought we figured out their spot and we just didn't figure some of them were laying. But Des was standing over here and we were just talking about different areas we could build spots for pigs, and she's like, do you smell something? And I was like, no, not really. And then I opened up we use this coop right here as like one for if they have baby, like maybe like chicks, or if they're broody. And then I opened it up. And we found their eggs. That's a lot of wasted eggs. So we're going to take them up to the house and, well, we might not take them in the house. We're going to test them by using the float test and see how many are actually good and get rid of the ones that aren't bad, or get rid of the ones that are bad, and the pigs will probably get those. All right, so if you've never heard of the float test, I don't think it's 100% accurate. I have seen and heard of people who will take an egg, and if the egg is good, the egg will sink. If the egg is bad, the egg will float. So I have tried this, and I've only had a few eggs float, but I've had many eggs that are actually bad when I crack them open. So we are very cautious when cracking eggs into a skillet or something. We typically dirty an extra bowl and crack them one at a time if this situation occurs where we find eggs. So we're gonna dip these in, and we're gonna see how many of them might come out actually bad. So that one sank. Two sinkers. By the way, there were 43 eggs. Ooh, this one was a very slow sinker, so I don't know about this one. I'm gonna set it to the side. There's 5 that are supposedly good. 7. Nine. I'm taking that one out. It was questionable. If I have to dunk it twice, I'm taking it out. This one sank a little slow for my liking as well. How many do we have in there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 10. 11. Didn't like that one either. So out of one pan, we had, how many was in this pan? Oh, there's still another one in there. That one's good. 2, 4, 6, 14. 8. Okay, so out of the 14 on that pan, I think 10 of them are good.
Make sure that if you do the float test that you wash your eggs and refrigerate them afterwards.
Yeah, if you harvest your eggs from their chicken coop and you don't wash them, they do not have to be refrigerated. You want to explain that on why, Des?
Whenever chickens lay eggs, they have a bloom on the outside of them. So the bloom keeps the egg good and safe and away from bacteria. So the egg, because in theory the eggs would stay in the chicken coop and would turn into baby chicks. So they lay them with a bloom on them so they can sit on your kitchen counter. But if you wash the bloom or somehow the bloom comes off of the egg, then you have to refrigerate them because they're not away from the bacteria then.
I did not like those 2 eggs.
This was the bucket I thought would be pig bucket.
Yeah. We've got some slow sinkers. I'm not really sure about some of these. Ooh, I'm not even gonna try that one. That one doesn't even feel like there's anything in it.
We'll put it in there, see what it does.
Yeah, there's you a prime example of a bad egg. That egg did not even try. It's like a little boat on top of the water.
That's a stink bomb.
Yeah, if this thing busts, it'll run you out of any area that you are in. Des, if you will continue, now I'm gonna go throw it away. You will continue that.
one was maybe a little slow.
Yeah, if they're slow, definitely. Which one was slow? Let me go and pull that out. We'll retest the ones that we think might be bad.
You keep doing that, my shirt's getting wet.
There's another one. Another stink bomb. A little sailboat. Ooh. That just exploded in the cow field. And when I say stink bomb, I kind of mean that literally, because I just threw that egg, and when it hit, you could hear it explode. This one's probably going to be a bad one as well. Oh yeah. That was a very slow float to the bottom. That one will be okay to sit to the side. Slow floater. Not a fan of that one. Slow floater. Okay. All right, so out of those, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 that we think might be good. Maybe.
Let's put that back in the bucket.
Yeah, we'll put them in the blue bucket to separate them from the ones that we are sure are good. These came off the bottom of the pile that you saw in that nest. So the reason you haven't heard Des talk very much is because she's been down with the sickness for about a week. And one of those days that was literal. She came in and she knocked out and she slept for 12 hours. She fell asleep at about 6 o'clock in the evening after work one day, and she slept in the chair. I actually carried her to bed, and then she woke up the next morning at about 6:30. So 12 and a half hours of sleep. And so she can't smell at all still. So she's gonna do the brave task of cracking these eggs into the pan to see how many of them were actually bad. These were the slow floaters. If you hear me gagging in the background and she's not, there's a perfectly good explanation for that. It's gonna get all over my truck and everything.
That one didn't look too bad.
I just keep shells in there. I know we eat the shells. Oh yeah, that's a bad one. She can't actually smell it, it's just the look of it.
That one wasn't too bad. Will you push up my sleeves?
No, I don't even want to touch your hands.
That one maybe has a question mark. That one looks pretty good. That one was green.
No, it stinks.
You two might shut us down after this one. That was like, it's okay.
That one looks pretty good too.
No, you can tell in the yolk it's kind of like discolored. You'll see like some dark spots and then some light spots, like that one right there. See how it's like dark right there? I think pretty much almost all of them have been pretty accurate. That one is green. Yeah, that one's not so good. That one's also green.
Yum.
Yeah. Hey, look, you can see the bullseye there where the roosters fertilize the egg. You can really see the bullseye there. Right there. That's where the roosters fertilize the egg, and you can tell the fertilized eggs because they have a little bullseye on them. Like all of your eggs will have a little white spot, but when it has a white spot and then a circle around it, known as a bullseye, that's how you know that egg is fertilized. So if a hen would sit on it, then a little chick would start forming there.
So that's the good thing about having pigs, is even when there's bad eggs or food scraps or, you know, whatever the case may be, pigs will eat anything. And so literally nothing goes to waste around here. If it can be eaten by an animal, it's eaten by an animal. So
Chickens too.
Yep, chickens are savages. They will eat just about anything also, but including their own eggs. Those are the bad ones. You got to get rid of those chickens once they start eating their own eggs. But you guys will see how much the pigs enjoy these eggs here in just a second. All right, guys, so that pretty much is probably going to wrap up this video for the day. Doing, you know, errands and running to get feed and things like that kind of takes out the morning of most Saturdays when we do have to run and get something. But we did get something done, so that's better than nothing. And hopefully you guys learned something today with chickens and eggs and things of that nature. And hopefully it was accurate for us, so we don't split open any eggs and find any bad ones while we're cooking. But that's why we use a separate bowl and dump it in. For future reference, if you guys are new to chickens and you have any types of questions, she is like a human Google as far as chickens go. When we first got into the gateway drug of homesteading, farming, we started with chickens, and we went for a few, came home with 8. That was the our first, you know, sale we went to. We came home with 8 chickens, and we've had as many as, what was it, 110? We've had as many as 110 laying hens and roosters also. We've hatched them out. She does school projects where she hatches them out in her classroom every year, and the kids love that. So she knows quite a bit about chickens. So again, if you have any questions regarding that, go ahead and, you know, shoot us a comment, and we'll see if we can get that answered for you. But if you like videos like this, please like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. We love seeing the numbers go up. We're almost at our first milestone of 100 subscribers. So that's really exciting for us. But thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you for watching. Anything to say?
Nope.
Nope. We're good then. All right, we'll see you guys next time.